Oh, hey, my loves. Welcome back to another episode of Evolve Travel from my rooftop pool. Finally figured out how to knot this bikini enough so it doesn't slip, so I can actually show you guys. Sparkles on this one. I love it. Love the color. But anywho, I forgot, you know what? Today is a little weird. Actually, a lot weird. And I'm going to, explain why. I don't know about you guys, how your weekend was, but for some reason, I went all the way to North Bay, as per the last video. And we went to one of my old dance clubs that I had quite a bit of fun at, actually. It's always a good time over there in North Bay. And, with the rents going up and up and up, it's like I am this close to moving. I haven't been sleeping well lately. I literally spent $2,000 on these LED boy last night. It's like, oh, well, can't sleep, click. I'm like, no, these would look so dope on stage. I need to learn how to do these on stage. They're like very, very high tech, won awards for worldwide high technology. And when you spin it, you can see a picture. So needless to say, I asked myself, would I give up a month's worth of rent so I could use these on stage and be a grand entertainer? And I guess the answer was yes. So my other reason being, I really think they're gonna jack my rent up another $300 come next May. If it was $100, it would be fine. It was $150, but $600 in 2 years. It's not that I can't afford it per se, but it's a lot more than I would like, and I don't think it's fair, and I'm saying no. If people started moving out of Toronto like that, oh my God, do you think they would keep jacking the rents up so fast? I don't know. So, manifest your mania, I suppose. I'm very up for radical change all the time. Not all the time, but in the right, when I start getting bored, if I'm just okay, other work is slightly more than unpredictable, except for the busy months in November, December. So, and I think that the reason I've lasted so long in the industry is kind of jumping from webcam to dancing to whatever, fetish, whatever you have, right? Just keeping it interesting, I think, is really key. I don't know how people do it. Oh yeah, I've been doing the same job for 20 years. I would never want to be, if I made, for me, I know I would go on autopilot, so for me, as an Aries, I keep it interesting. And yeah, I haven't seen that part of Canada yet. It was absolutely beautiful. The air, the water felt different, way different than Lake Ontario. Kind of scary, almost. We're wow, the water's soft here. It's not hard and polluted. The sunset was absolutely beautiful. And my friend's yeah, because there's no pollution here. So it doesn't feel like that small of a town, especially when you're in the club. I'm this is a different world to me. So cool. So I'm okay, I'm gonna invest in these boy and see what happens. Maybe go grind for a couple years and then still travel the world. Honestly guys, when I gave up my apartment that one time and went to Mexico, some of the best times of my life. Really, just having that freedom of not paying rent, it's awesome. So I'm gonna stay for the busy months, but after that, I'm the F out of here. I am. I'm gonna ask a few friends, hey, do you want a temporary roommate for a few months? Do you want to catch up on your bills too? I feel I can actually help someone else too if I'm put all my stuff in storage and just be a bit more nomadic. Really, I think that's going to get so popular. My friend was even showing me some this Mercedes Sprinter van. It's called. I'm okay, I could not see myself as a van person, but I also don't want my ego to get in the way of that experience, because it might actually be kind of cool. Freedom comes in many forms. So that's kind of my update. I don't know. I'm feeling do you ever just get when you're okay, it's not a full moon, but I'm feeling kind of crazy. I'm breaking out of my shell. I just need to shed whatever skin this is, and change it up. I think that's a good thing to feel a couple times a year. Okay, So what else can we do? So I'm getting my cam coach back, focusing on a few things, and yeah, just making a few more goals. Like, okay, like I'm like ready. I'm ready for something. Yes, yes. So going boating on Wednesday. This is like a really good summer week. Boating on Wednesday. I signed up for a dance class today. I'm going back to do chair at Brass Vixens. Like, Brass Vixens. I haven't been there for like 10 years. See, like, things are like coming back into my life, which is like, I always saw that as taking a step back, but it's also like, no, things happen in your life for a reason. Maybe you want to go back to them at some point, right? So it's an interesting time. Very, very much. Yeah, I don't know. My other friend's itching to get out of the city. My other friend is like on leave. Like, the energy is crazy right now, I feel. So what can you do, right? Except I want to say no to the grind, but only when it makes sense. Like, I'm gonna do this realtor expo. See, like, I love summits, so I'm gonna get inspired. That's in September, and like I don't want to stay here if it makes sense. Like, if I have like a steady work coming up, but it's like when you're self-employed, right? When you're the boss, it doesn't always work like that, which is great, and I love it, and it keeps me on my toes. But change is good too. I think we're all too scared of change. And yeah, I like that. When it makes me more adventurous, I feel like I grow as a person, right? So anyhow, really good workout today too. I've been crunching my abs a little bit more, and I think that helps. So I guess I should get back in there. I have an hour, 2 hours. I have 2 hours before I have to go to that dance class, which is kind of annoying. This, I think, what stopped me before was like, oh, well, I have to get there. This is why I don't have a gym membership, right? Because once you get used to working out in your building or working out on your Peloton, a 15-minute trip, a 20-minute trip there and back is like, why do I want to do that? But anywho, I'm gonna let this people swim, and I will see you soon. Bye.